Arc 1, Issue 5. We need not look while the three are on our side, Laura says with a curt nod. They shall guide us to victory above all forces of evil. Yeah? What forces of evil are those, huh? Eric booms. Simple. Things that are not of nature. Eric pauses, then erupts into thunderous laughter. Ha, 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 ha. You floppy ears are all the same, I tell you, thinking twigs and leaves can solve all your problems. Enough. We should be off before dark, Omara hisses at the others. The more time we waste, the farther the dragon will get. We want to save the prince, not scraps of one. I would hope that we are home before long, Omara. I'm supposed to leave for university at the end of the week. Vic hikes up his travel bag and hangs it over his shoulder. Omara looks at the sad trope she is supposed to lead. How did she end up here? No matter. As long as she is on the hunt for the prince-snapping dragon, Omara will be A-OK. Come on, you lot. Let's get packing. Omara beams as she rushes to begin preparations for her latest adventure. An hour later, with bags packed and laden with gear, a small band of ragtag adventurers is ready to set out. Eric cinches a spare chicken to his pack. Just in case. Allura donned a set of travel robes as opposed to her ceremonial attire. A simple woven cord with a wood-carved symbol hanging from it is all that marks her as a woman of holiness. Vic stuffs scrolls and a couple of books into a pack before carefully storing ink for the long road ahead. Omara, who keeps an emergency adventure bag stuffed under her bed, is ready in no time. As Omara steps out her front door and onto the dirt road that cuts through the heart of Reaper's Rest, her mother looks on in disdain. The two lock eyes, and Mama Rosita opens her mouth to speak, perhaps a final word of parting, or to bequest a long overdue apology on her daughter. Or, perhaps, just maybe, Mama Rosita seeks to build that one bridge to withstand any trouble that falls between her and Omara. No matter what Rosita plans to do, Omara rushes out to meet the others, not waiting to receive any vile nonsense from her mother. Ready to go? Or are we still waiting for the abyss to freeze over? Omara chuckles as she marches on. After you, fearless leader, Vic says with trepidation in his voice. Sure is a lot of grass on the surface. Kind of stinks. Eric sneezes twice as the group exits Reaper's Rest. You should come to appreciate the greenery of the world, Sire Dwarf. I imagine it's a far cry from your browns and grays. With a smile, Allura continues forward. Eric grumbles, kicking the tiny hill of loose dirt. Stupid elf. Stupid nature. Ow! Tempered tungsten. What is that? Like droplets of crimson in a field of green, dozens of fire ants have latched on to Eric's foot after he kicked their home. Allura giggles, with a sound like the breeze through fields of flowers, while Vic shakes his head in disappointment. Magus preserve me. What have I gotten into? Omara marches, and marches, and marches, each light footfall putting distance between her and the village that raised her to be a servant, a trophy, a wife, raised her to find self-value in the words of others, raised her to be silent and still unless her presence was tolerated, the village that tried to sell her to a prince to buy seeds for the planting season, putting distance between her and her wretched mother that never once cared what Omara wanted, as long as food filled her own stomach. Each step after another leads to a future Omara always wanted, but never believed she'd get to have. Future filled with adventure and freedom. Are we there yet? Eric asks, snapping Omara back to the present. I will soak your socks and cut holes in all your boots, Omara snaps. Fine, we'll keep walking. As the march continues and slowly nightfall begins to claim the sky and land, Vic stops to adjust his bag. Did you know that the coldest spring in recorded history was actually during the Kerr Empire, and it reached negative 40 degrees for a fortnight? Eric sneers, then stops. Did you know that campfire smoke can travel for miles, and that it can carry the scent of cooked meat with it? Just like that, he points to the north.